bust for USC and Lincoln Riley this season here in 2022. Lincoln Riley gets hired at the end of the season, back in December, really, before the year began. He gets hired as the USC Trojans head coach. Now, I remind you, he was offered the job. He was not let go at Oklahoma. He was nowhere near a hot seat, even though he couldn't win a playoff game, couldn't figure out too much defense. But Lincoln Riley has been an amazing recruiter, and I think USC has the defense down. I think they need to find that big-time offensive identity, and we can look at some of their recruiting too. But is this season, and I want to hear from you guys in the chat, or if you're watching this back, I want to hear you guys comment, is it to win the division or bust? Like, I understand he's probably not going to get fired. It's not like that. But would his first season only be worth anything if he at least wins the South? Right? So when you look at it, obviously in the Pac-12, I would say Utah is the favorite. I would say that's the favorite. You know, now they're in the South. So USC has to battle it out for Utah. But it's understandable. This is understandable that Utah is the favorite with Cam Rising and company coming back. Even though they lose guys like Devin Lloyd to the draft, we understand that they should be the favorites, right? USC is it's historically good at football. It's a historic program, right? At Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley was 55-10. That's his only coaching job. He's done amazing. He left on good terms. And Clay Helton at USC, the previous coach that just got fired, 1-2 in Pac-12 titles in 7 seasons with USC. He was winning some games. It was a roller coaster. It was up and down. He just was not doing what he was hired to do. USC is in a position where they want to make the college football playoff. They want to knock Oregon off. They got a chance this year. They got a chance to beat Utah. I think they got a legit shot. I really do. USC is historically good. We remember the Rose Bowl in 2005. Texas was not supposed to win it, but they did. Does that make USC a bad team for losing? Absolutely not. They were the best team all year long. People said that defense couldn't be stopped. Here's the thing. The North is up for grabs in a way. I still think Oregon's the favorite over there, right? I really do. I think that the North is up for grabs, but you got Washington State, you got Washington, you got teams like that, you got teams like Stanford. Really, the only team I can think of that could come close to challenging a first-year head coach at Dan Lanning in Oregon is Washington State, and I think that's it. But I would still even say right now that Oregon is the favorite for the Pac-12 North. Utah will be the favorite for the South. The question is, who is next? As Arizona State finished 8-5, 6-3 in the conference, USC did not have a good season this past year. It'd be a big turnaround this year, right? And we're not quite at the Pac-12 yet. That might be the last Power 5 conference that I do. But we'll see. Actually, I might end with the Big 12. We're doing the Big 10, and then we'll get to the ACC, and then I guess we'll do the Pac-12, then the Big 12. So I don't know. But I really think I don't think it's necessarily just because of USC. Now, Lincoln Riley, I remind you, was not fired. Nowhere near a hot seat. Did everything he could after taking over for Coach Stoops. He takes a job at USC. They give him the money. They say, come fix this. He's got a chance to do something awesome. We know he could put together a great offense. We know that he could put together a good football program and a great football team. We know that. But is it going to be good enough to win the South? I think USC is in a good position in recruiting. See, I think they've always recruited greatly. And I even think with Clay Helton, they have good talent. They were in good positions. It's not like they sucked completely. Clay Helton just could not get the job done in the biggest of moments. So now Lincoln Riley comes in. He comes into play. He comes in, and we get to see what he can do, right? Clay Helton was 1-2 in Pac-12 titles in 7 seasons. Oregon has a coaching change. The North is up for grabs. I still think it could be Oregon, even with Dan Lanning, right? There shouldn't be too much pressure. Maybe. I don't know. That's the real question is there too much pressure on Lincoln Riley? Is there pressure at all for him to win the division? I think for your first year, maybe not. Because you can look at it and say it's understandable. This program is, kind of in a little bit of a tangle. It's not too bad. So you're going to deal with a thing or two, right? Eventually, I think after this year, right? Now, they do bring in a lot. They also had quite a bit drafted. They just picked up a linebacker transfer from Arizona State, a Pac-12 rival, right? In conference transfer. This was Eric State. I'm actually curious about that. They're bringing in all these transfers. They're recruiting defense. How does Lincoln Riley handle that, though? Being an offensive quarterback coach and coming from an offensive league, you're going to a program that is historically known for DBs. I'm not saying can't do it. I'm just saying we'll see. Where there's a lot of eyes on Lincoln Riley. And when there's a lot of eyes on you in whatever position, there's pressure. There's a little bit of heat that comes with that. It's not a one and done deal. It's not because necessarily it's USC. He could have gone to Arizona. He could have gone to Kansas. Gosh. It's because it's Lincoln Riley, and we know that he's an offensive guru, a quarterback guy, he worked pretty well with Jalen Hurts, Spencer Rattler, Mayfield, and who am I forgetting? Kyler Murray, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is at USC now. Kind of go hand in hand there. We're not saying that he has to win a title or even win the Pac-12 in his first season, but he cannot take a crap. He cannot let this one slide. He's got to do something big in his first season. I think personally, this is my opinion. I'm not saying he's got to win the Pac-12 altogether. I think he's got to win that division, though. I really do. Well, no, he really doesn't because of Utah. If it wasn't for Utah, I'd say that. But he's in one with Colorado, Arizona, UCLA, who went 8-4 last year, Arizona State. Maybe I apologize. He doesn't have to this year because I'm high on Utah. I think Utah is going to be special this year. They might even make the playoff if they play their cards right. So I take back what I said. You don't have to win the South this year, right? But there's, how do I put it? There's a bit of pressure. Now, what if I told you guys this? I'm going to make this video this week and go ahead and get out my weight. Well, yeah, I'll get it out. I'll try to make it. I have my New Year's 6 preseason bowl predictions. I got like the covers already. It's going to be one video. I'll go ahead and share with you that I have Utah winning the Pac-12 and making it to the college football playoff. Bold claim, huh? Where's USC? I'm going to say they go to the Rose Bowl, and I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil too much for you guys.